All right, I've got two more equations for you, but that last video was getting long and this was a good breaking point because these two, we got to talk about like some special solutions because they don't always end up giving us just what x equals or our one variable solution. So as we talked about before, we want to make sure that we start by asking ourselves, do we need to distribute? And so on this one, I do. So I'm going to rewrite the 10x plus 12 equals, and 2 times 5x is 10x, and 2 times 6 is 12. And so I distributed or used that distributive property. And so that's what I put over here on the right, because that's how we got this 10x plus 12. From here, I ask myself, do I need to combine like terms? The answer is no. And so now I move on to the next question. Do I have variables on both sides of the equal sign? And the answer to that is yes. And so I'm going to combine them. And since this is a positive 10, I'm going to then subtract 10. So I'm going to subtract 10x from both sides. But what happens is my x's have now, I still use subtraction property of equality, but my x's have now disappeared. And I'm left with just 12 equals 12. And so this is one of those special solutions. And so if your variables drop out, and it makes sense. So it's a true statement. These are the two things that you need. Variables drop out and it's a true statement. Then you have infinite solutions. So my variables went away and I was left with 12 equals 12, which is true. 12 does equal 12. And you may have noticed up above 10x plus 12 equals 10x plus 12. It was the exact same thing on both sides of the equal sign. So if that happens, then you have infinite solutions. Well, what does infinite solutions mean? Infinite solutions means that it doesn't matter what I say x is. I could say x is 1 million. And when I plug it in, I'm going to get an answer, or the same answer on both the left and the right sides of the equal sign. Excuse me. I could say that x was a negative 42,000. I'm still going to end up with the left and right being the same thing on both sides. You may be like, Mrs. Cartwright, those are huge numbers. I go, well, that's part of me. I'm hyperbolizing this to point out the fact it doesn't matter what I put in for x. It's going to be equal on either side of the equal sign. All right, next equation. So again, first things, this is given. And then I ask myself, do I need to distribute? The answer on that one is no. And then I ask myself, do I have same side like terms? And on this one I do. I have that negative 3m and that positive 12m. So I'm going to rewrite the left-hand side of the equal sign. And now I'm going to do negative 3 plus 12, which is 9m. And then continue on with my plus 5. And so there I combined like terms. From here, I ask myself, do I have variables on both sides of the equal sign? The answer is yes. And it's a positive 9, so I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. And so now, oh no, they disappeared again. The difference being, I did use subtraction property of equality, because we're still doing proof stuff. We're still saying why I can do what I did. But now that I got here, the difference from the last one is negative 4 does not equal 5. And so for this type of problem, if our variables drop out, and it is a false statement, or not true, right? Negative 4 does not equal 5. Then we have a no solution. And what no solution means is it doesn't matter what I put in for x, I'm not going to get the same thing on both sides of the equal sign, and it will never happen. And so that's what it means to be a no solution. You may have noticed that when you looked at, like, On the last one, when we looked at this line here, I had the exact same thing. Well, when we look at that line on this one, I have the exact same coefficient, right? 9m. That variable term is the exact same, but I have different constant terms. And when that happens, then we have a no solution. And that is our special solutions. That now ends our basic equation lesson, and I will see you around. Peace.